What's up? This is Ryan here, and I'm going to tell you about my ski setup for the season and why I'm excited about it. So, as you guys know, last season I got sponsored by Elan Skis, and they agreed to send me 2 pairs of skis a year. So what I have right now is a Ripstick 102 and a Ripstick 108. Last year, I had essentially the same setup. I had pretty much an identical pair of 108s, and I got these 102s. My old 108s are going to my dad, who is currently holding the camera, and hopefully his arm's not going to pump out before I finish talking. But I figured it would be good to review the skis that I skied on last season and tell you what I think of them, and tell you what I have this season and why I'm excited about it. So last year, I decided to go with these 108s as kind of a side country freeride ski, and the 102s as a ski mountaineering setup. I got the 102s mounted with a ATK Free Raider binding, and I got the 108s mounted with a shift binding. People hate on the shift binding, but I found it was really useful for Mount Mansfield, where you're doing a lot of side country access. So say skinning for 10 to 30 minutes to get to the top of a terrain feature, but then skiing for 2,000 feet or so, usually in powder, and maybe with some kind of free-ridey terrain. Maybe there's a small mandatory air or some sort of straight line, or you're just trying to have fun on your skis. These are a great powder ski. This is the widest ski I've ever skied on, which my out west folks are gonna laugh at that, but I just started on 95s, you know? I hear about people skiing like 130 somethings, and I'm like, why would I ever need a ski that wide? But I will say that having a wider ski was so much more fun in powder. But despite these things being a little bit more geared towards powder, they were still really playful in moguls, in firm. I think that these 108 Ripsticks are just a really great all-around ski, and I was happy enough with them that I asked for another pair this year. The 102s I had as a ski mountaineering setup, and I think that they're great. I trust them on just about any mission. I brought them all over Mount Washington. I skied the head wall with them in midwinter. I just brought them on my expedition to Ecuador, where we skied 2 19,000-foot volcanoes, Cayambe and Cotopaxi, and I was really happy with how light they were. Them being a little bit lighter can make them a little bit harder to control in very chundery conditions, especially if it's steep. But as long as you have good technique, it's not the ski's fault if you start chattering. But just the weight to performance ratio I thought was really good on these. And the only reason that I went with a different ski was honestly just to see if the Ripstick as opposed to the Black Editions skied any differently. Currently I have 2 pairs of Black Editions, the one I just showed you, and I still have my old 106s that I brought to Baffin. And I figured I didn't need a third pair. I kind of wanted to experiment a little bit with these. They didn't have ATKs at the ski shop that I went to. They had marker kingpins, and I've had enough annoying pre-release in trying to ski on marker kingpins that I have just decided that I don't want to take the risk again. And I ended up getting a shift on these too, because I think that these will serve the purpose of kind of just being like a beater resort ski. I don't really have a ski that is not at least somewhat touring focused, so maybe on my icy Loon Mountain days, or going out to Big Sky or something where I'm not really anticipating skinning that much, but I'm anticipating on being in more hard pack terrain, I might ski on these, and I'll let you know how I like them. So yeah, that's my setup from last year, what I thought of it, my setup from this year, why I'm excited about it. Let me know what you guys have for a setup this season. If you have experience with any of these skis, let me know in the comments what you thought of them. Have a nice day.